Hello boys and girls, today we are going to make a very short video due to an appropriate setup. Okay. In the last video we have studied about the kingdom Protista and we have gone through dinoflagellates. So today in this segment we are going to the second division of the kingdom Protista, and the name of this division is Chrysophyta. It is Chrysophyta. Okay. The organisms of this phylum Chrysophyta, they are also known as, or we can say that the organisms of this division are also known as golden algae. Okay. The organisms of Chrysophyta, they are also known as golden algae or desmids. This is the common name. This golden algae or desmid, this is the common name for the organism of this division Chrysophyta. First of all, we are going to study about its habitat. Okay, the habitat would be aquatic. Okay, the habitat is aquatic, and in aquatic they are found both in marine water, okay, and also in fresh water. The organisms of this phylum or division, that is Chrysophyta, they are mostly found in marine water but also found in fresh water, similarly to that of dinoflagellates. But as compared to dinoflagellates, more species of Chrysophyta are found in fresh water. Okay. If we talk about the habit, okay, we know about the habit. The habit of this Chrysophyta, it is autotrophic, and in autotrophic it is photosynthetic. Okay, the organisms are autotrophic and photosynthetic. Okay, performing oxygenic photosynthesis. Okay, and they are, as we all know that these protista are highly developed cells, so we can consider them, so they are eukaryotic cell, and the nucleus is well developed. Histone and non-histone proteins are present both in the nucleus, along with the DNA of these chrysophytes. Okay. If we talk about the flagella, so the flagella is absent in these organisms. Okay. The flagella is absent, so we can say that they are non-motile organisms. Okay. Non-motile organisms. Chrysophytes or golden algae, they are the non-motile organisms. Okay. And another thing, if we talk about that about its habit, and from habit we are coming to know that it is photosynthetic in nature. Okay. So let me tell you one thing. You are getting in a one point you might be getting in your mind, that if they are photosynthetic organisms, so what is the photosynthetic pigment they are using for capturing the sunlight? So the photosynthetic pigments, if we talk about the photosynthetic pigments, okay, the photosynthetic pigments, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C. Yes, chlorophyll A is the universal photosynthetic pigments. Along with it, it is having carotenoids. Okay. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C are present. Carotenoids are present, and along with carotenoids, one xanthophyll are also present. But as we all know, in the previous video we have came to know that xanthophyll is a group of diverse pigments. So the category of xanthophyll that is present in it is fucoxanthin. Okay. The category of xanthophyll which is present in the golden algae or Chrysophyta, in the dinoflagellate, the xanthophyll was dinoxanthin or didinoxanthin. Here the xanthophyll is fucoxanthin, and this fucoxanthin provides golden or brown color. Okay, so we are talking that the chrysophytes are known as golden algae or desmids. The chrysophytes are known as golden algae or desmids. The golden color is due to the presence of this xanthophyll, and the name of that xanthophyll is fucoxanthin. Okay, note it down. So I hope you all have noted this. Now we are going to study some more about this Chrysophyta. Okay, so here we have skipped one important thing, that is the nature of cell wall. It is very important in this file. Okay, before studying about the cell wall of this Chrysophyta, if we talk about the stored food, okay, as we are human beings, we store food in the form of glycogen in liver. Okay, human beings store food in the form of glycogen in the liver. Similarly, every living organism present on this earth is storing food in some form of carbohydrate. Okay, so the stored food in the chrysophyte is leucosin. Okay, the stored food in the chrysophyte is leucosin and oil droplets. Okay, the stored food in the chrysophyte is leucosin. This leucosin, it is a type of carbohydrate, and the oil droplets, we all know that they are fats. Okay, so you can infer from this information that the food stored in the chrysophyte is both in the form of carbohydrate and also in the form of fat. Okay, now we are going to study very important thing, that is cell wall of chrysophyte. We can say that cell wall is the core topic of the chrysophyte phylum. Okay, the cell wall, yes, cell wall is present. We have studied this in the first segment of Protista, but we have to study that cell wall made up of cellulose. You will say, sir, it is a general thing. We all know that the cell wall is could be made up of cellulose, but very important thing that you have to understand over here, that cell wall also contains silica in it. Okay, silica is also, this is very important thing. Silica, silicon. Okay, silica is also present in the cell wall. This information that I am writing is very important as with respect to the cell wall of chrysophyte. Okay, so the cell wall is made up of cellulose, but very important content, silica is also present. So you will say the cell wall is made up of silica and cellulose. If we talk in the comparison which is present in higher content, silica or cellulose, then you will say silica is present more than cellulose. So the cellulose is present in less amount and silica is present in very high amount in the cell wall of chrysophytes. Okay, now due to the presence of silica in the cell wall of the chrysophytes, the cell wall become very hard. Okay, it makes cell wall very hard. Okay, as compared to the other organisms whose cell wall is made up of cellulose. Okay, I am repeating, as compared to the other organisms whose cell wall is made up of cellulose, the cell wall of chrysophyte is very hard as compared to that of the cell wall of those organisms due to the presence of silica. and that cell wall is very hard, and this very hard cell wall is known as such a hard cell wall is known as frustule. Okay. Such a very hard cell wall. This very hard cell wall of this chrysophyte is known as frustule. Okay. So the frustule means cell wall along with cellulose and silica. Okay. Now the cell wall gives the structure to the cell in the form of a soap box. Okay. Frustule, the cell wall of chrysophyte is known as frustule. Frustule gives a soap box like structure to the cell. Okay, this is very important thing, very important thing. What is the possibility of this question is very high to come in the exam, that what is the shape of the cell in chrysophytes. You will clearly mark this option that the chrysophytes have a soap box like structure due to its cell wall. We will draw like this. Okay. The cell wall is divided into two parts. One part is this. Okay. And another part is this. This is how the structure of cell is present. So this is the cell wall structure. This is cellulose wall. Cellulose wall. This is cellulose wall, and these dots which are present inside this cellulose wall, these are silica particles. These are silica particles. So this is how the silica is present in the cell wall of chrysophytes. Okay, note it down below. Okay, I hope you all have noted this. Now we are going to study one more very important topic in this chrysophyte, and that topic is diatomaceous earth. We are going to study about very important thing. We can make it as a 5-star rating point. Okay, it is diatomaceous earth. Okay, what is diatomaceous earth and why it is known as diatomaceous earth? Okay, suppose this is any water body. This is the water body. Okay, like we have taken this segment. This is the water body, and this is the base of water body. We can say that it is a sea, and we can say that it is base of sea. Base of sea. Here are these diatoms are present. Diatoms. Now you will say, sir, what do you mean by diatoms? Diatoms are one type of organism under Chrysophyta. Diatoms are one type of organism under Chrysophyta. Their cell wall would be made up of silica. Now, when the diatoms are alive, means they are not dead. When the diatoms are alive, they are present on the surface of the sea. Means ये जब जिंदा होते हैं तो ये ऊपर प्रेजेंट होते हैं. लेकिन when these diatoms die or when they become dead, the cell wall, due to the presence of silica in it get deposited at the base of the sea. Okay, this is the deposition deposition of cell wall of dead diatoms. Okay, and this is known as diatomaceous. This is known as diatomaceous earth. Okay, so what we will write in the definition? The remain of silica rich, the remain of silica rich cell wall of diatoms at the base of C, not at, in the base of C after their death. Okay. डायटम्स की डेथ के बाद उनकी सेल वॉल का जो सिलिका रिच बचा हुआ पार्ट है उसको, जो कि सेल वॉल समुद्र की बेस पर प्रेजेंट होता है, दैट इज नोन एज डायटोमेशियस अर्थ. ओके, नाउ वी विल राइट सम मोर रिगार्डिंग दिस. ओके, इट इज collected by industrialist. Okay, this diatomaceous earth is being collected by the industrialist and it has certain uses. Uses of diatomaceous earth. What are the uses of this compound? So first of all, it is used in making syrups. एक तो ये सिरप वगैरह बनाने में यूज होता है. मेकिंग ऑफ पॉलिशिंग सब्सटेंसेस, okay, and it is also used in soundproofing. It is also used as soundproofing substance. कई जगह पे इसका साउंड प्रूफ सब्सटेंस की तरह पे भी यूज होता है. एंड इट इज ऑल्सो यूज्ड एज इंसुलेटर. In many factories. So this is all about the diatomaceous earth, and here we have completed the division Chrysophyta. Okay, if we want to write about the example, we can write phytoplanktons. And they are diatoms. Golden algae are another example. Okay, desmids. So phytoplanktons are the examples of this division Chrysophyta. Thank you very much.